So we currently have 9 rabbits that live in our backyard, and we periodically will breed the buck and the doe, and then we'll sell the bunnies to loving homes. We love getting our kids involved in this operation, and their friends love coming over and playing with the baby bunnies to help domesticate them. We've learned some tips and tricks along the way, and we've made this operation into a well-oiled machine. And I just want to give you a quick overview of our setup so that you can have an idea of what it's like. The first thing I want to show you is this fencing that we have around the rabbit enclosure. We got this off of Amazon. A lot of the things here you can get on Amazon, and I will put the links in the description below. But basically, this fence is key because it helps keep the rabbits obviously enclosed, and it protects them from this guy right here, as well as the neighbor's cat. And we have before also put bird netting over the top because we sometimes get hawks coming out of these woods. But after having that for a while and the mess that it was making, we just decided that that wasn't worth it. Another thing we've done is we've wrapped this around the bottom layer of the fencing, because when the bunnies are really little, they can kind of squeeze through these bars, so that helps keep them in as well. I'm going to give you a tour of the outside area first. So over here is where they get their water. This is a great watering can, so we just fill it up and it's gravity fed here. So as they drink it, it will continue to put more and more water in the tray, so you don't have to change out that water quite as often. We've got this one over here on its side because occasionally when it rains, it's helpful to put their bowl of food in there so that it won't get wet. So I realized that their food bowls and their hay feeder was empty when I was out there. My husband's out of town, so he's normally more on top of this stuff than I am. But I'm going to show you, we keep their food here in this container, which we can obviously lock closed so the dog can't dig around in it. And we'll just scoop the dry food for them. So this is part of a healthy diet. And some good Timothy hay is also part of a healthy diet for these rabbits. So this is the kind of hay that we like to get for our rabbits, and they really seem to love it. And I'm just going to grab a handful of that and show you where I put that in the rabbit enclosure. Okay, so here you'll see we've got this hay feeder here, and that's why I put that Timothy hay for them to gnaw on. And then we've got our food bowls here. We've also got this water container here, and they can just kind of lick this little nozzle here at the end and it will drip out. But we've noticed that some rabbits like to drink from this and some of them just don't like it. So that's why we have 2 different watering options available. And now I want to show you what these buckets are for. So this is actually an underground tunnel system, and this has worked out so well for us. Here's the mama bunny now. You can see her little face down in there. But basically the rabbits can go down here to keep cool in the summer and keep warm in the winter. It also protects them, gives them a place to hide if they feel unsafe. So I'm going to show you how these work. So if you take the lid off here, you can see in there, there's some of the babies now. So my husband dug a hole and installed these buckets into the hole. And then he also connected each of the buckets with a large PVC pipe that the rabbits can easily go through to get to all the different buckets. So here's the last bucket. Hey, little guy. As you can see, they really enjoy being down here. And this is also where the mom rabbit likes to make her nest. Whenever she's going to have a litter, she'll normally make her nest in this one right here. And then the babies just kind of hang out there until they're old enough to make their way through the tunnel system and then ultimately out the entrance there. Now here we've got the hutch, and this is really key because we have the male rabbits inside of this hutch. We have the mom female rabbit out here with the babies so she can nurse them, but it's important to keep the doe and the buck separate because rabbits can reproduce so very quickly. So you can see the guys hanging out here. They like to sit here in the shade. We've also got a solar powered fan back there in the corner that can provide a little bit extra airflow on hot summer days. And then we've got another one of those watering tins here, and that's how they get their water. And then whenever they want to go up to the upper part, they can use this little ladder, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this side door can open and you can easily get to the little litter box here. And this is where we've got their hay and their dry food as well. Over here, this will open up, which is really nice and kind of gives you access to be able to clean out this upper area if you need to. We've got this little box that they like to nest in as well, but this just kind of gives you a view of what this looks like, and this is kind of where they run and hide if they ever feel threatened. And this is where they kind of hang out in the winter to keep warm. This is where we've installed the solar panel for the fan, and it works really well. It gets a lot of sun up there and can help the fan run for multiple hours. So that pretty much concludes the tour of the bunny operation. If you have any other questions or anything, leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them as best I can.